Quítala toxic. So today's the day I'm gonna go pick up the smart car. Has a Signs upholstery shop right here. I've got my seats upholstered right there for the truck. Oh, there's somebody there. I can't remember how it was, bro. That's like $200. 45 for the backrest, 45 for the bottom part. So it's $90 for one, 180 for two. I'm at the shop. Demilaire. Here it is. Ah, the old garage. No more compressor. It's full of junk. Yeah. The Ranger that we painted with the molten orange. And that thing looks beautiful whenever you take it out into the sun. It just needs a battery or so. Here's the smart car. We're gonna go ahead and take this out, do a quick video before we actually do any work. I think I usually don't. I skip that part and I start recording once I have it at the garage, at the house or whatever. But yeah, it's mostly like just a clear coat that's peeling, fading. Body is just all plastic, so not a whole lot going on. Few minor scratches, just the paint a little faded. Not a whole lot. The roof is plastic, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and sand it and give it one coat of clear. The main frame, this right here, we're gonna go ahead and paint it to match this, probably the wing. Keep all this in black. Let's go ahead and take this out. Okay. Neighborhood. Brother, Okay, let's see what is going on. Oh, look, the key is on. All right, let's let this thing warm up. Yo, those are brakes. I'm not even hitting the brake. It needs brakes. All right, let me just do a quick walk around. Oh, alright, I left the window open, but let's go ahead and take a quick look at the Smart. So we have a control of what the car looked like before. I mean, it has a good distance. Like when you see it from far away, it looks pretty good, but once you get up close, it looks far from good. But just the blue, the iron bar right here, the main frame, silver, goes in the door and everything. We're gonna go ahead and paint that to kind of match this plastic. We'll keep the door and the body a different color. The rooftop right here, we'll just go ahead and just because it's plastic, so we'll go ahead and sand that, probably give it a new coat of clear, and we'll see what we can do. Get this thing all nice. People haven't heard that in a while. So today I have a Smart for 2. This is the Passion. We're gonna go ahead and throw some paint on it. For today's video, I'm only going to focus on this metal piece right here, the door jamb all the way to the outside, and I'm also going to throw some color on the wing. I'm gonna paint the plastics that go right here as well, but I'm gonna do those separately since this is just going to be black. Once I throw some black on this, I'm gonna unmask the roof. It has the panoramic roof, and I already have it sanded as well. So I'll go ahead and unmask it, and then I'll throw clear coat. As you can see, it was just way easier to disassemble the car than what it was to sand and, tape carefully. I always like disassembling because paint actually reaches behind areas, and if overspray is the only paint that goes in those gaps, it's much easier for it to start lifting, with time, weather, water, dirt, whatever, it'll start lifting the paint. So this is just a little bit more, better for the paint. On this side, same deal. And you can see I'm going to paint all right here through like side of the windshield, all this frame, and I have it masked right here. I actually created a line just with the tape because there's some plugs right here and some accessories that I don't want to touch. So I just, and besides, there's going to be a plastic molding right here that's going to cover all that. All here, the fender, it has a section that goes in here, so most of this we're not going to be able to see it anyways, but I covered it just in case I needed to come down here through the bottom. The bottom plastic actually covers up to about right here on the side, so I'm throwing the paint line all the way to the bottom. Very easy to remove the moldings as well. The door, one bolt, you remove the whole door. Rear quarter panels or whatever, it's a 3-piece as well as the front bumper, but there's few bolts, very few bolts. Most of it is just clips and it pops off. Remove the whole rear panel, 3 pieces all in one, same as the front one, 3 pieces. And yeah, very easy to disassemble, in fact. But let's go ahead and start today's video by mixing up some paint. Just go ahead and mix up some black so we can spray right here on these panels. For any plastic panels, I'm going to use the Bulldog adhesion promoter. Okay, so for the base coat, I am using the High-Tech. This is HFP 250. This one reduces 1:1, and I have the reducer back there. I'm using the PPS cups on the Spectrum. This is from Harbor Freight, Spectrum HTE with a 1.3. This is a 40-pack kit, so it comes with the cups, the lids. It also comes with the nut on top, and it also comes with the adapters both for female and for male threads, so it's ready to go for your spray gun. So that's what I'm going to use. You could either use the ratios that it has here on the side, or you could use a scale, whatever you choose, but simple. This is a 1:1, so I'm going to use about 200 milliliters of paint, 200 milliliters of reducer. That's 400, and this can fit 600 milliliters safely. And the cap has the filter. It's like a little screen. So you just put that on there, and then the nut around it. So I'm going to do real quick, just mix up some paint. All right, so that was the first coat. I mixed about 400 milliliters and everything came out pretty good. The base coat is pretty glossy. While this dries, it is a perfect time to double check your work and, you know, those areas where it needed a little bit more paint, make sure you come back on the second coat. This side came out pretty good. All the art came out pretty good, pretty decent. The only place that I noticed right here needs a little bit more paint. No worries, second coat, we'll get it. The wing came out alright. Give it another coat right now, but right here inside as well. Let's try to focus on that one on the second coat. And this side also came out pretty good. So yeah, pretty much. Gonna go ahead and just let this dry just a few more minutes while I mix another batch of paint. Give it another coat. 2 coats should be fine for the base, and then we'll continue with the clear coat. Alright guys, so that was 2 coats of the black base coat and everything looks very good. The base coat is pretty glossy and I went ahead and managed to throw some more paint on the back side of this arch. Very glossy. All the door jambs came back, added some more paint all through the inside right there. Just perfect. The wing came out pretty nice. Once we add the clear coat, it is going to look very nice. Then we've got this side as well. Alright, and right here in the bottom, very nicely painted, nice and glossy out to the bottom. And from this side is all covered, just made sure we had some paint right there. And on this side, on the bottom, give us some access so it can paint right there all the way to the tape line. But all this is going to look amazing once it is clear coat and assembled. And so I did want to run an idea by you guys, and that is using some black pigment. I didn't want to spray it over everything, like over all the black, but I wanted to try to do the crystallization effect with urea and then throw some black pigment. I also have some Ninja Black. This is Sumi Black. And I think I also have some Ronin black, which I got in a trick or treat box. But do the crystallization effect with urea and then throw some type of black pigment. Some pigments have like a blue undertone, some pigments have like a silver undertone, or some of them just are just black, you know. So it'll still look black and after like afternoons, you know, dark areas or whatever. But whenever the sun hits it at that perfect angle, it'll pass by and you'll see all the crystallization effect with some black pigment. And just to get a subtle detail on this car, I'm planning on taking this one over to the car show in April. I don't think I have time or the funds to work on my truck or my car. So I think I'm just fixing this one and I'll probably use this just to take it up there, show the paint, show the pigments, and just have a good time. Um, but yeah, let me know. Leave some comments and tell me what you think about the crystallization effect idea. That'll probably be over the clear coat. Spray some clear coat right now, let it dry a few days or whatever, come back to it, sand it, and then do the crystallization effect and then the black pigment in the inner coat. And then re-clear it, of course. But yep, so that's my thoughts on the black only. It'll be several pieces, especially the one right here, the wiper cowl, some part on the mirror, the like this whole arch right here, and then the wing, the plastic piece that goes right here, just basically the black areas. The body will just be the color changing blue to purple, but just the black areas do the crystallization effect. So I'll leave some comments on that. For now, I think we're getting ready to just mix up some clear coat and just finish up this paint job. $8:30. It's 8:30. We'll come back in a few minutes and check it out. Alright, so that was 2 coats of the clear, the Besney clear coat, and it came out really nice. I can turn on the flash and the clear coat stretched out very nice. There was a few little particles that landed on the paint. I mean, it was very windy today. It was very windy, and you know, I threw some water outside as well, right here in the wing as well. Look at that. But all in all, came out pretty good. I'm just letting this dry for a bit so that I can take off all the masking. I ended up putting some paper right here because the plastic, it shakes a lot, it vibrates with the wind, and it loosens up the old paint, and then it flakes onto the, you know, whatever you're spraying over here. So paper, I always like to add some paper like on the windows. Over here I don't think it's a big deal, But just paper is just a lot better than masking. Right here I didn't throw paint, it was just like the overspray, but still you see how it could loosen up from the plastic and it could land on your paint, but came out really nice. Let me see if I can turn on the flash here. Came out really nice on the clear coat side. The black paint as well. I mean, it's just a inexpensive base coat. Over here on the driver's side, same thing. Came out very nice. Just a few particles here and there. Everything will get fixed once I do like a quick buff, like a cut and buff, but just to get rid of some of the imperfections. And then, well, but yeah. Kinda pa. Welcome. Alright, I finished unmasking. This thing looks awesome. You can tell cut off line right here and just up here. Through there. I'm gonna go ahead and close up shop because there's some butterflies already and I don't want them landing on the paint. And some of that. Those are some coyotes. Shut your mouth. Ahora. Así no vienen los pendejos. Me comen.